Usury-free week begins on Friday, November the 13th.
It's Friday this year?
Goes until Thursday, November the 19th, which covers 7 days.
So Tom just gave me his business card, and if you see right here it says 1 over 13, that would mean that this business card would be worth $1. Being 1/13th of a dollar, and Tom feels himself worth $13 an hour. In time currency, that would mean that this is worth $1, or 1/13th of an hour. In 0 minutes. Issued by the Usury Free Network at www.usuryfree.net. In this cyber-class network we trust. 13th hour.
Do is create and spend our own tokens or money.
Okay, we're here today with Tom Kennedy in Ottawa. We're going to be speaking about Usury Free Week.
Okay, my name is Tom Kennedy. I'm helping to organize the 5th Annual Usury Free Week. It's scheduled to take place from November the 13th to the 19th in 2009.
The Usury-Free Week concept is to teach people about what's going on in the world of orthodox money and how we're all being financial slaves to their system. And then the second part of it is to teach people that, hey, you people in these local communities, you got the power to launch, create, start your own local currency groups where you get your friends together and make a list of what you can offer with talent, skills, products, services, and start bartering and trading.
Exactly, you got that right. You might as well start exercising. Well, we need to start finding out where our rights land, and yeah, if we can print our own money, that seems to me, you know, just thinking from a mathematical standpoint, that makes a lot more sense to me. We'd be able to sustain some seriously amazing local growth.
One of the quotes I like to repeat is, why are we, the people, still using their money, meaning the bank's money, and paying them a fee, which is interest, which should be called usury, when we have now learned that we can create and spend our own money for free. I was in this community called Tamworth, okay?
Tamworth.
My hometown there,
okay,
where I grew up, and we had a local currency.
Yes.
And I just, for example, priced a couple of things. You can get a hammer at Walmart like for $12.
Okay.
But in the local store, like it was $16.99. See the difference? Because the local
a little bit, exactly.
But if the local,
I see this everywhere.
If the local store entrepreneur understands the power of local currency, and he said, okay, this hammer costs me $10 or $11 on the wholesale, and my markup is the $16.99. Okay, then if he understands what's going on, and he wants to get your sale so you don't go to Walmart, he'll say, listen, pay me my wholesale costs with cash for this, and I'll take my retail markup in your local currency.
Yeah.
Now, why would I take that retail markup in local currency? Because you're going to give me a list of other businesses where I can go spend it.
That's
so
right.
As long as I can spend it, I'll take it.
It doesn't even limit it to local businesses. Then it creates all these large community businesses kind of thing.
Yeah, it networks from there. But that's the motivator for people then. Okay, so I don't have to run to Walmart and give them my cash when I can give you some cash and some local currency, and we start rebuilding this local community.
And that makes a really good transition.
Yeah.
You know, that's what you need. You can't have just this complete switch. You can't have the government collapse and the money system and everything just be destroyed. What you need is this switch.
No, the masses of the mindset aren't ready for a complete shift yet. But if you bring in the community currency idea, it is a transitory tool, which when people understand it and they start to use community currency and get their power back by using it, then why not? It's a marvelous idea.
And we just need to get that information out there to the people that they actually have that power.
Yeah. And there's more and more communities that are doing it too, I think.
We picked Usury Free Day to be November the 13th, and then that week from the 13th to the 19th to be Usury Free Week.
And this is the 5th?
This is the 5th annual coming up now. And the idea is to teach people, it's an educational week, to teach people who are ready and willing to listen about things that formal education didn't teach them, especially around economics, money, banking, how the function of interest or usury works on money in our debt money system. And it's the function of usury in our debt money system that causes the wars, the violence, the poverty, the scarcity, and the lack. And as an alternative to that, we teach people about the usury-free community currency. It's a movement where people are inclined to shop locally, and those that are so inclined, we teach them how they can create and spend their own local currencies, and therefore circulate the money locally. So we have a famous saying which we say, why are we the people still using their money, that's the banker's money, and paying them a fee, which is usury, when we now know that we can create and spend our own money for free. So we're hoping to get people to show DVDs or video clips in their living rooms or community centers, church basements, anywhere. The idea is that you just make it a point to teach the people some things that formal education didn't teach them.
All we got to do is create and spend our own tokens or money, and barter money, okay, and barter and trade.
And get it all switched around like that.
And there, you know, there is a shift. There's a shift in consciousness about the people that are wakening up. They're saying, you know what, it is more important that I buy local if I can, okay?
Certainly.
And they've even
Walmart doesn't help anybody.
They've
created a word for them. They call them locavores. You know, like you got herbivores that eat grass, and carnivores that eat meat. Well, locavores shop locally.
Okay.
So if you're gonna shop locally, if that's in your mind, that's the first step. Then the next step is to support the local entrepreneurs in the small retail shops and the home-based businesses, and stop going to the giant transnational corporations like, you know, the Home Depots, the Walmarts, the big giants where everybody's been rushing to the last 20 years because they think they're saving a few pennies.
You can get most of the same products from your local guys if you just call them up and ask them.
There will be some public meetings. There's a meeting scheduled at Conspiracy Culture in Toronto on Usury-Free Day. That'll be November the 13th. There'll likely be a meeting in the Kitchener-Waterloo area sometime during Usury-Free Week, and hopefully we'll have a meeting in Ottawa. But the idea is to get people all across Canada and elsewhere, all over the world, to host their own little meetings just in honor of this 5th annual Usury-Free Week.
And during that week right now, I'm just looking for other people to host events. You can host an event in your living room, in your house, or in a community center, or you haven't got to go host a big event, but you can even have half a dozen people and show a DVD.
Hosting it in your home, that can change a lot, because it means you're willing to bring this in your own house.
I think there might be a big opportunity there with hosting home film documentaries, home videos on all kinds of topics.
I've been hearing about it happening a lot.
Yeah.
Get this video clip and share it with your friends, and just do one yourself and invite your friends to just do home meetings and spread the word about Usury-Free Week and education about money and banking and what we can do as an alternative.
And we invite all sorts of comments. Anybody who wants to get involved and find out where stuff is, I'll be happy to answer any comments there and pass you on to either Tom or other websites that have that same sort of information.
Oh yes, and I'll keep the information. There's a new blog we made called the Usury-Free Eye Opener, and you just do a search in any search engine for the Usury-Free Eye Opener, and we'll post anybody who's going to host a meeting or wants to do something. We'll post the information on there, and people can share that information from that blog, the Usury-Free Eye Opener.
Any kind of event like that, it's like just to honor Usury-Free Week, just to educate a few more people of what's going on.
I don't think. What do you know for sure?
Just now. All we know for sure is just now.
Thanks, Tom.
I've heard a few people talk about we don't need money to exist, and I understand the concept, but the masses are stuck.